The intelligence of that creature known as a crowd is the square root of the number of people in it. Jingo by Terry Pratchett. Today I'm playing Territorial Kommando Sud. It's a West German division, so maybe the Germans can stop asking me to buff the Leopard 2 now. This division has some serious problems and some strengths, but the problems basically lie in this tab. So you don't get IFVs as this division. You don't get any autocannons, so you're forced to rely on these quote-unquote cheap tanks. All of these tanks are radically overpriced, right? So this thing should not be 80 points. The M48, A2, GA2, 80 points reservist. Let's do some comparison, shall we? So the T55, which a lot of people think is overpriced, has its utility, right? It's got 11 armor, so it can survive lots of shots from lots of things. Yeah, it's resolute, so it doesn't get suppressed that easily, and it's got the two machine guns, the heavy machine gun, the light machine gun, and the gun's not bad. It's actually pretty decent for the price, particularly because of this resolute thing. Compare that to this. This costs the same amount, right? It's reservist. It has one less armor. It does have a better gun. All right, let's be clear. It does have a better gun. But it's not as good against infantry because it doesn't have the heavy machine gun, which is what's doing the damage. And it's reservist. Like, it's really not worth it. It's really not worth it. It does get smoke, right? So that's an advantage. It does get smoke. But, you compare, like this thing is just awful for 70 points. It's really bad. It's like a T-34. It's like a T-34. It's really not good for 70 points, but it does have the heavy MG. Yeah, it's just really not good. The reservist trait makes all these things underperform. And the Kanchpi, don't even get me started on the Kanchpi. This thing is just dreadful. For 55 points, so sure you get 6 armor, and you do get smoke, but the gun is bad. It's just really not very good. It's really not very good for the price. So that's the issue with TKS, that you don't have IFVs, so you're forced to bring these tanks, and these tanks are terrible. They all come at no vet as well, and they're disheartened, so they get hit once and they die. Like, this one doesn't come at no vet, but I don't know, it's really not good. We'll try bringing one at max vet, just so I can show you how rubbish it is. So this is a difficult division to build for, because it's just really not very good. But yeah, so we'll try bringing like one card of each, so I can show you what I mean about how bad they are. But yeah, let's start in the Logi tab. So you get decent Logi situation, like a really good Logi situation. This is 6,000 supply in a card, which is why I'm bringing this one rather than... so is this, but that's 400 points for the whole card, whereas this is 210 points for the whole card. You can sell them, right? But this is obviously better. So 3 cards of supply is how I like to run it, and the CV, and we might have to come back and get this one, but it's 2 availability. The Inf tab. So this is where the magic happens. Zickerungs are pretty good. They keep getting nerfed. They used to be 25 points, 12 availability. Now they're 35 points, 10 availability. But yeah, you start with the green berets because they're your forward deployed force. So that's how you get in. You need the air mobiles for the Appalachian. Sometimes you need that. Jaeger, Carl Gustav, basically 5 points too expensive. But the price of everything's slowly going up. Pioneer Armburst I really like. I think they're pretty strong. They're like Zickerungs, except one less man, and they've got a rocket launcher. I think base Jaeger, but this is silly. I don't understand why they cost so much. But the solution was to make Zickerungs more expensive, which is a bit odd. You can also get Heimatschutzen, which are like Zickerungs, except they're disheartened, so they run away. Whereas the Zickerungs don't run away, but they've still got the higher availability. I've not played this division in a while, so I don't know which one's best, but I assume that I'm going to need some air mobiles for the thingy. And yeah, between these, of course, the Carl Gustav is better, but it's 55 points. 8-5, 9-6. Interesting. So yeah, we're going to be spamming Zickerungs. I still think that's the right way. And we'll mix in some Pioneer Armburst in that. So buy all the Pioneer Armbursts. When they run out, buy all the Zickerungs, sort of thing, that sort of thing. Like, this is so expensive for what it is. why is it 15 points more than the Pioneer Armburst? It's just silly. All of these are 5 points too expensive, basically. These guys should be 35, but then what he's done is he's just made these 35, which they shouldn't be. They should be 30. And so like, if you make these 35, then there's no reason to ever bring Zickerungs, because these guys have a machine gun. It's strange. The Green Beret's leader's really good, though, because he's got 12 strength. So he's very difficult to kill. I used to bring it in the Chinook, because the Chinook, if they crashed, they would survive and cap the zone. And it was the same with the air mobiles. This was the plan back in the day. The air mobiles, if they crashed, would survive on high cohesion. So you would just, it was the ODST division. You'd just send these guys hovering above the enemy CVs and say, well, what are you going to do? Shoot me down. And they shoot you down, you blow it up. Sadly, all fun has been removed from the game. Pioneer Flam are pretty decent. They're not really, but they're nothing. And yeah, so we'll get the Green Beret's leader in the Humvee now, because that doesn't work anymore, and I've not got a Milan 2, so I'm going to have to get rid of something, and I'm going to get rid of the Jaeger Carl Gustav, because they're too expensive. So I will get the Milan 2, and I'm just sorting these guys out. Great, so that all looks sorted to me. Yeah, this is how I build it. We'll see if it works out for us. To be honest, I see some people bringing the regular Pioneers. So 8.5, man. Because they get better guns than Uzis. And they get the satchels have been buffed a bit. They're now more about the suppression. They do 200 suppression. They still shoot really slowly, but it is what it is. I like these things, if I'm being entirely honest. I think they're really funny. But I don't know if I can fit them in with all my spammy inf. Maybe I can. Maybe I can get rid of a Pioneer Armburst and bring the M40s. Because they're really quite expensive for what they are. They just shouldn't cost that much. 35% accuracy. Yeah. Artillery, so you need the 120mm self-propelled. They're really good for smoke and stuff. And then the light howitzers are dreadful. The super heavy howitzers are dreadful. So your best bet are these 155s. We'll see if we have to get rid of one. But I only, 2 is probably enough, so you upvet it so it shoots faster. We've done this. Recon tab, so this is where the magic happens. These guys are really strong. Really strong. So first of all, this is a really strong recon tab, right? So you get the AMX-10RC. That's really good. These guys are hilariously strong. So these are, forget the Pioneer Flam. These are your short-range infantry. And they've got the airborne forward deployed, special forces, satchels. It's really funny. Somebody pointed this out in one of the streams. So they've got suppressed MP5s, but this is clearly not suppressed. so you've got like the designated moron in the platoon who's like, I'm going loud. And yeah, but yeah, really, really strong unit. Don't skimp on these. Could even be... Nah, because you want as many as possible, really. You want as many as possible. Like, we might actually be able to get rid of the Pioneer Flams. Reserve Pioneers, 6 men for 15 points. Nah, it's just a meme because you got to get in range to throw the satchel, and because they're disheartened and no vet, they'll just run away. So I really don't think it's worth it. Although I'm surprised Darix lets any unit in the game cost 15 points. These are obviously dreadful, don't bring those. Jaeger Aufklärer, great recon because they got lots of HP. So yeah, you don't run out of infantry. BGS, of course, amazing recon because they're actually girls, and I'm a loser, so I always bring the girl. I always play as a woman in video games, despite being a man. Anyway, the security makes it so that when you're stood still, your optics go up by 1, so they get exceptional optics, which makes them really, really strong. And they've got MP5s, which is the best SMG. Sadly, they are disheartened. But yeah, they're really good. You need to bring those, and it's probably worth bringing a recon helicopter. It might not be, actually, because these things die so fast now that I find that I can do without. I honestly find that I can do without them because they just die so quickly. They're so silly. So the Eyehawk really useful. The VLRA-20, this thing's incredibly OP for your openers and stuff. It just stops any helicopter, which means your infantry is definitely getting in, because the enemy, if they don't get forward deployed, has to send helicopters, and this just kills them all. And it's forward deployed, and it costs 40 points, so yeah, you gotta bring that. And then, yeah, you need some, like, Shorad, so I think Fliegerfausts. You know, shout out to the Roland 3, it is really good, as is the Roland 2. You'll note that the Roland 2 is not radar. So if you find that you're just getting seeded all the time, just start bringing these. Helicopters, so this is where you spam your gazelles that don't do anything. Because they've been nerfed into oblivion, they just cost way, way, way too much for what they are. They could have reduced their salvo length from 10 to make them not... Because basically they look at something, and if they get the shots off, it dies, because it fires 10 rounds. It's just very, very, very silly. But yeah, so they nerfed them by just making them stupidly expensive. Well, why didn't they just reduce the DPS? It's a strange way of doing things. But we'll see, we might need those points back. We might need to get rid of this. So air tab, so this is where the magic used to happen, but then they nerfed this air tab a lot. So you get one ASF. And then you're sort of forced to rely on these high altitude. So this thing's really good because it's high altitude. And this thing's really good as well because it's high altitude. The accuracy is really bad, but if it hits something, it's really going to have a bad day. And you get 4 of them. And it's high altitude, so it's kind of hard to shoot them down. And the LGBT is, of course, great. Some people like to bring these Alpha Jet clusters because they like losing planes. It's only got 6 HP. Same with the Gina, it's only got 6 HP. Whereas these have 8, which means they still die in 1 hit. But yeah, so it's like supposed to be an air spam division, but the air's trash. And has just been... the idea was nice, but all the air just keeps getting nerfed over and over and over again, right? So these used to have 10 HP, these used to have 10 HP, these used to have 10 HP, these used to be like 4 availability, these used to be way cheaper, and so it's just Darix just keeps nerfing them, keeps nerfing them, keeps nerfing them, so... it is a problem. But yeah, looking back through the tabs, we're absolutely stacked on the infantry. We could probably remove a card of infantry. But we're all about that infantry. But yeah, the main concern is killing enemy tanks. It's about killing enemy heavy tanks because we're really going to struggle. On the defensive, we can spam P4 Milans till the cows come home. But on the offensive, we can't really do anything. Our tanks are dreadful. So it's about just smoking everything and then running in with air mobiles to try and kill those tanks. And, you know, and the lesser AT options. So it's very much a seize ground early and then hold it division because your offensive options are incredibly poor. So we'll see how this goes, and I'm pretty sure if I put it comes up in the ranked select. I'll just show you this. I'll just do a cut here smiley face. I won't actually, because I actually want to just show you this. See? Okay, so here we are against 5E. TKS is yeah, fans complaining. Let's see something else. 5E is basically the good TKS for a number of reasons. So 5E still gets very affordable infantry, but not as spammy, and it lacks good forward deployed infantry, so that's worth knowing. But what it gains is really good fire support instead of really bad fire support, and a much better air tab, and still really good AA. Like, it loses the Eyehawk, it's still got the Rolands, and it's got the Minstrels. So and it's still got the AMX-10 RCs, right? So 5E is basically a good TKS, is the way I see it. I don't usually beat this guy anyway, so it's not, you know, it's not a cope. It's just, I'm trying to explain, it's not a cope. It's not a cope. I'm trying to explain the game. Anyway, he always does the same thing, and it seems to involve 2 commandos going for this forest. AMX-10 race car down the middle. But yeah, we need to go for this. We don't really have any choice at all in the matter. Sadly, our howitzers ain't particularly cheap. And, I don't think the mortar can reach in time because it starts here and it's tracked, so it just wouldn't get there in time, so it's got to be the howitzer. And so we're going to YOLO it, but he'll have... So we're getting all our copes lined up. I've got the My Div Worst cope, and he's got the I Lost on Purpose to be on YouTube cope. So we got some pretty good copes going. But yeah, the AMX 10s at the start all comes down to RNG, and I never win that because I just need to get better at the game, I suppose. So... Just put a, to be honest, I could use a Jaeger Aufklärer. It's not that much more expensive, and it gets me the recon value. But the problem is the AMX race car will be down here, so I need to be there. I need like a Milan 2 in there, but the race car will come down here and shoot me. So he's got over 1,000 games as 5e, right? So he knows exactly what all the spots are. You know, he's played the same map over and over again, so can't really see this going particularly well for me, but it's good to have some losses. You know, you don't want to be one of these YouTubers that only uploads games where they win, mentioning no names, but I think he might be watching this video. Because then people... you know, I personally see T-Man plays as sort of like my protege. You know, I've basically taught him everything he knows. But yeah, if you're constantly just uploading games where you win, then people get bored because there's no intrigue. If they click on the video, they know what's going to happen. So you got to upload your losses. It's also better for learning. If you upload your losses, you tend to remember your mistakes more if 1,500 people saw them. And that's also why tournaments are good. You should join some tournaments if you haven't already. I suggest the 2 Discords in the description. They host a lot of tournaments. We're going through a bit of a dry spell at the moment. I'm trying to put something together with them, and if that fails, then I will do it myself. But hopefully I can do it with them. But it really is up to them, because, you know, it's important to note that the organizers of the tournament don't really get anything out of it, right? So if you're me, for example, I've put way more money into the tournaments than I've ever got out of them. The money comes from this channel, it comes from you. But just in terms of, like, if I wanted to make money out of it, I could. I just don't put any money into the tournament and just take the ad revenue out, and I also get the exposure. The tournament games tend to get lots of views, so it's good for me. Oh bollocks! I've got loads of points left. I haven't spent any of them. Oh, I absolutely hate playing against this guy. He's such a cunt. So okay, whatever. Let's just buy 1, 2, 3 of these. Helljumper's actually my best friend in the whole world. I'm not sure why I said the earlier notions. You know, I just take it all back. And, yeah, put that there. He's such a cunt. So, I didn't spend all my points, which is a problem, right? Yeah, what a lovely guy. And I'd like to take the time to thank the generous channel joiners. They get the names on the screen. My videos tend to get demonetized or limited monetization a lot because I swear a lot, as I just did several times there. But I find that the money I get... the money I get from the... from the ad revenue is inconsequential compared to the money I get from the people whose names are on the screen. And so you have freed me. I don't have to worry about those things, and that's all because of you. So if we got to sit... Bollocks. I was like, how far is he going to get? But obviously we've found the answer to that question. So he just went through the smoke and hit the ones with the 8. I absolutely hate playing against this guy. Only plays OP divs. He only plays French divs. So I've just lost both of the AT guys, which is actually a really big issue because, well, how the hell am I gonna... And he just went through the smoke, and I can't really kill these no matter what I do. And yeah, he's just better at the game than me. It's very sad. This thing's got... He picked a better division in... What the fuck? I've got 3! Why am I losing? I have 3! Oh, we actually hit that one. It's quite surprising, actually. But yeah, anyway, his are way better than mine. His planes are way better than mine, so it's obviously not going to go particularly well. And then, yeah, they're dive bombers as well, so you tend not to survive them, basically. But, you know, we're playing for fun. We're not playing to win. I never play to win, I just play for fun. As you can tell by how much fun I'm having right now. So that's going alright, actually. So let's get an Eyehawk in. There, so it's more central. So he's trying to get that round the side, as you can see. Right, so we got through, but that Vab's gonna kill everybody because we don't have AT. I'm bombing my own men. I'm bombing my own men. Why is Helljumper so frustrating to fight against? I hate it when he makes me bomb my own men. Entirely his fault. So I blew up my own guys there, which was just... I hate playing against Helljumper, honestly. It's so annoying how he blows up my own men like that. And now we can get this guy in. He's probably still got somebody on this road. Such a plebeian. Back to there. Need to do something about that. Send 2 of them. Just let me win. He told me he wanted to be on YouTube. What's all this about? Hopefully this guy gets there without exploding. He's just going to land in front of me and kill me, isn't he? Yep, he is. There we go, we got that. And yeah, he just landed in front of me and killed me. And yeah, he's just running at me over here. Like I said, he's playing a way better div, so what do you expect, really? Oh, we actually got things. That's quite incredible, actually. Whoa, are we going to survive? Surprises all round, honestly. Surprises all round. And I think I might have just blown my own guys up there again. This guy doesn't have AT, which is why he's doing that. We need some P-Farmer lands over here, something like that. Try and get some Zickrungs in here. Oh, you didn't actually keep anybody in here. That's quite surprising, actually. That's just a tank, right? I don't get those. I get rough approximations, and because his tanks all have autocannons, they kill these really easily. So look how he's bullying me like this. It's so dishonorable how he's using his things against my things that don't bring AT. He should just let me win instead. And over here, you know, we're trying to get in over here. But we can't really deal with the tanks, which is the problem, the big problem. Where's that? I just haven't hotkeyed it because of Helljumper and how annoying he is. That's the reason why I didn't hotkey that. And you see he's broken through here, which is actually a really, really big problem. Because it means that he can start doing some pretty funny things over here. In terms of just like getting around me. Apparently he's shooting me without me being able to see him. And yeah, that's going to be a lot of kills, actually. Like I said, his stuff's a bit better than mine. And sadly we miss. No, we did hit him. I need guys that have AT. I'm not sure that how far in this guy can get. See, look how he's moving his units. Only dishonorable people move their units. Look at this one Vab. I don't get those. I don't get any 50 cal wheeled. So he shouldn't use that. He shouldn't use that because I don't get it, and so it's not fair. And it can just bully me with the minimum range all day. It's actually really annoying. Okay. And yeah, I don't get auto cannons either, so he shouldn't be allowed to use those because it's not fair. And we missed! And he doesn't miss, so it's not fair. And yeah, he's pushing us out here. He's pushing us out here. What? You know, the volume on my headphones is too loud, and that's his fault as well. So I'm not, you know, it's just constantly across the board, just unfair behavior from my opponent. Yeah, tell me about it. Honestly, it's just ridiculous. Let me win. And oh no, he's been spotted. I thought the smoke would come in, but I guess not. I mean, it is firing now, so maybe we can get in there. But yeah, I'm also on the bad side. And then, like, that wasn't my fault either. Honestly, it's just completely unfortunate what's going on here. But yeah, we need to leave anyway, so let's just leave anyway. But yeah, it's just not fair. I don't get any of those assets. So he shouldn't be allowed to use them. And then, yeah, we'll try and kill that. Because that's actually going to be a big kill if we can get that. But I don't know if we'll make it. Because he's got 2. Well, he gets way more of these than me as well. It's another unfairity. But yeah, we get 1. And, oh, and of course yeah, he gets better that than me as well. I only get bad ones of those. I only get the Fliegerfaust. You know, it's difficult. The injustice is happening at such a rapid rate that it's actually extremely difficult for me to talk about it fast enough. But hey, that's life, innit? Like, this guy doesn't have AT either. Like, why would... You know, it's not fair. It's not fair. And you might be saying to yourself, well, this guy doesn't have AT, but that doesn't matter. So like I said, he also gets his own spam infantry, which isn't particularly fair, but... You know, it's just not fair. He should just let me win. I think I've said that enough times. But yeah, so the game is rapidly slipping out of our control. So I'm not... Because this guy's going to get pushed out soon, which is why I bought another one. And we just can't kill his stuff in the open. Like, we literally can't. As soon as he buys the... like, that's not just me complaining. that is the problem. And so, yeah, we're sort of boned. So, yeah, he's getting behind us there. And then we're gonna die. You see... Yeah, we can't really do anything about these autocannons. But yeah, you know, this is... I actually blame you for this, because I was having a great time playing 82nd, and you guys started complaining, and now here we are. Oh my god, it's so frustrating. Then they just disappear. Why don't my units do that? Try and get that, but I think he'll just vanish again. Oh, hang on. No, there goes the CV. I have the smoke, but I think I mean, he's low cohesion, so he shouldn't really hit it, but we'll see. These guys are doing some missing, which is to be expected, really. They're not the best thing ever.
I'm listening, Captain. Everyone out.
Pretty crazy how unfair this matchup is, if I'm being entirely honest with you. So we got him out, and we'll just leave this guy here. He'll probably sneak somebody. I mean, he's already doing it, right? Ah, just fight fair. Fight fair. Press escape. Hit that surrender button. Let me win. I've already got 652 points. Therefore, the game is over. And, oh, look at this. He's still pushing me here as well. And he gets better flamethrowers than me. But no, this is... if we're speaking entirely honestly... His division is sort of designed to beat mine, so to kill lots of infantry, you need autocannons en masse, right? And that's exactly what he's got. So you can see why that might be a problem for us. You can see why that might be a bit of an issue. And his tanks are sort of medium tanks, so they're good at killing light tanks. You'll never, you know, my tanks are light tanks, not because of their weight, right? They're not literally not that heavy. It's it's to do with their ability. And then these guys don't have AT, which is why I brought these. And he doesn't really run out of these autocannons, so it's a big problem that we have playing this div into his div. So yeah, this is the natural... If you're playing into TKS in a tournament game and you're like, how do I beat TKS? Pick 5e. And we're beyond the memes now. I'm not just complaining. It actually is a natural counter because of the autocannons and because of his tanks are ideally suited to killing my tanks, basically. He also gets, so counter to the AMX 10RC is AMX 10RC. He gets more of those. Ah. That was just silly of me. I shouldn't have done that. But and yeah, we'll get some like Pioneer Flam stuff in here. Just probably need some more supply. you know, we're losing all sorts. It's not really very fair, but never mind. We're beyond the meme. We're beyond the meme. And yeah, the auto cannons make it so that he's actually bursting down my guys before they can even get the missiles off, and he gets lots of auto cannons. So I need an AT guy in here, but they all kept dying, and so I don't really have that. This is out of rounds as well, so we'll buy a supply for that. Get a couple of supply up to here. Yep, that's to be expected, really. So I need to get this guy back. Probably should have reacted a little bit faster to that, if I'm being honest. He'll probably hit twice because he's really good at the game. Oh, hello. So these guys actually got in. And all their guys have like max range rocket launchers, so it's kind of hard to deal with them. So yeah, we're trying to kill them, but it's not really working. But yeah, these don't really do a lot of damage. Like they've got a lot of they've got a lot of range, but right. So sort that out. Sorted that out. Got one at least, and yeah, the tanks killed the other one, so that's all good. I shouldn't have had him clumped up like that, but yeah, now he's in here with his stuff, which I can't really do anything about. And yeah, so because he's got minstrels in here, we can't really stop this either. We need to, and he's got like tanks around here, so difficult. He's got Rollins up, it seems. So where's that Kanch PZ? Because he's literally just in front of me. Yeah, you smoke, but ATGMs are a bit better now, so it doesn't make a difference. And yeah, we see the Pioneer Flamps, which are really good. And this is obviously a big problem. What? Oh yeah, of course, because they go in infinite range, I remember now. Just need to split these. Should have split them a bit earlier, but we'll get something out of that anyway. And yeah, we need to get this into here, I suppose. Over here, we are being pushed out by his superior units. And the same is sort of happening over here. Sort of happening everywhere. Yeah, he's just got too much AA now. Map's not really big enough for us to be able to do too much about that. These guys realistically should be getting back. Yeah, there's not really much we can do. Yeah, it's not ideal. Like I said, auto cannons, the natural counter to infantry spam divs, and he gets pretty serviceable AA, so I can't spam the AA either. This guy is just dead. I don't think he can make it. Yeah, because they can't turn before the infinite range. Every man, woman, and child in the nation of France has a max range rocket launcher, so. So yeah, honestly, that's all she wrote. I mean, we can keep playing, but we're just too far behind at this point. You know, we've lost all the CVs. Our KD has been pretty atrocious, just taking too many hits. And, you know, once you lose the middle of death row, you don't really get back in, to tell you the truth. Particularly into these ATGM blobs. This guy really shouldn't be here. But yeah, I could have done better at spending my points and stuff. I need a little bit more practice on the div. But generally, if I wanted to kill TKS, I would play 5e, and I mean that genuinely. It's not a meme. It's not a bait. I do mean that. Hey, we might be able to get back in over here, I suppose. So, yeah. But yeah, like I said, his tanks are ideally suited to kill mine. And once you lose this, it's very difficult to get back in. Whereas on this side, well, actually, no, it's basically the same. What happened to that Eyehawk? It doesn't seem to be eye-hawking.
Position gefasst und
Oh,
marschbereit.
yeah, I didn't really hit anything with that, but the Eyehawk... Oh, it's out of ammo, of course.
Get down.
Well, I guess nobody's ever going to see this game. And yeah, once he's up to here, then he can get the stuff around there, so it's pretty rough.
Wir schaffen es nicht. Panzerpioniere, einsatzbereit. Links 2, 3, 4. Engine is running. Get out now.
Yeah. We have lost this game. So let's talk about what went wrong. I do believe it was an outdraft. I truly do. But yeah, my play was a bit sloppy. I lost quite a few things which I didn't really have to lose. So there we go, we got him in there.
I'll be there soon.
And
Bewegung, Sie sind hier nicht auf der Fritz Heckert. Vermena, écoutez le chef. Hubert, couche-toi.
no, that's just like comes across as completely salty. That's not. I'm just not gonna send that.
Fahrer, dort müssen wir hin. Warten auf neue Befehle, Kommandant. Klar zum Gefecht! KI-Laden! Hier, Löwe! Stehe im schweren Feuerkampf!
And yeah, we need to get these guys all out of there.
Angriffsformation, sammeln! Ground Control, bereit zum Angriff. Verstanden. Sind unterwegs. Ende.
What's going on there? Like all the orders are there, but they're not really doing anything. Weird.
Wir haben Feindkontakt.
Oh no, the smoke stopped. Because I had to move because I got hit by. It's pretty funny actually.
Yes, sir. Bestätige Wirkung im Ziel. Sunny!
I need one guy here though. You see, he's got that down that road, so we'll just shoot it.
Hier Night 4. Voll aufmunitioniert und gestartet. Ende. Bravo 1, hier Bravo. Feind gesichtet. Easy, Jungs. Damn, it's hot here. Kommandant.
Shame about that guy. Right? You see the power of the French autocannons. They're really good because they've got like more accuracy, you know, because of where the game's made. There's no other reason. Don't look into it. Just believe me.
Attention.
But yeah, we need another mortar because that smoke's about to run out. Has this guy got any rounds? No. Okay, that's actually really bad. Well, we'll get him in there. Oh, he should be all right.
Feuer, Fortbewegung.
But yeah, like I can't see any of this. So where's the? Oh, we're way too clumped up there. We're way too clumped. Yeah, that was really stupid. Everybody back. And yeah, having the Eyehawk not supplied was less than ideal. Can this get in that? Yes, it can. I accidentally saw the transport. So. I just can't do anything about that because the helicopters get one tapped by the minstrels, right? So how are you supposed to stop it? And this guy's been spotted. But like I said, this has been over for a while. Like, these guys are designed to kill my tanks. They're like better versions of my tanks. I mean, obviously they cost a bit more, but it's definitely a very good matchup for him. And he said as much. I mean, yeah, this is very over. It's just about like CV cheese and stuff. Like, he's trying to hit that. He probably won't get it because I moved it. But I won't kill him because I don't have enough AA. What? The hell happened there? Alright, what? I mean, it looked like it missed, and then he died like a couple of seconds later. Maybe he got shot by some of these guys. Yeah, that's GG. What can you do? Some people accuse me of complaining too much. I never do that, so I'm not sure where that comes from. But yeah, Helljumper, really good player. Literally exclusively plays 5E and 11E. 5EZ and 11EZ. Because they're the strongest divisions in the game. It's nothing to do with him being French or anything. And Hippie, you know, it was actually my younger brother playing, so this isn't representative. But this rank's going to go down a lot now because I'm not playing 82nd anymore. Because you guys want content. And yeah, so me howitzering my own units wasn't very intelligent. The AMX-10s at the start is just a case of RNG, really. Like, maybe I should have had those three not on the outer road. I should have had them on the inner road just to kill the enemy AMX-10RC. That just went through the smoke. Do you know what I mean? Is this... It's not in chronological order. And then after that, it's just a case of how do you kill his tanks where you don't. You can really only kill them on the defensive with ATGMs, and we defended. I could have defended a bit better. I lost quite a few guys in transports like this. But, you know, nobody's ever going to see this game. But his tanks are ideally suited for killing my tanks, and, you know, he gets the P-Formalans like I do, he gets the HOTS like I do, he gets the AMXs. They're all called AMX. The race cars like I do. Because there's also multiple AMX-10s. It's so... Like, who names these things? Because the AMX-10RC, and then there's the AMX-10 Hot. Well, why is this also... You know, it's not very intelligent. It's sort of like how the Americans have the M1 Abrams, the M1 Garand, the M1 Carbine, the M1 Grenade, the M1 Pistol, you know. But yeah, you see that he's just played more games than me. I mean, it literally just comes down to that, and they're all on this division or 11 easy. So, but the vast, like 99% of them are on 5 easy. So he knows exactly what he's doing. If I was in his position, I'd get quite bored, but I don't know, because after playing, well, I say that, but yeah, you see, like, it was just we'd lost, right? I mean. On the one hand, yeah, I'd get quite bored. But on the other hand, when I was playing 82nd and winning every single game, you're filled with this great sense of joy from just spamming an OP division. It's like, you know, I had a bad day at work and now you will suffer. And it's like bullies in the playground. So I can understand why he spams OP 5 easy, you know? But yeah, let me know what you think. I do think the matchup isn't great. I might have lost anyway, right? I mean, it's difficult to say because he doesn't play any other division. So, but like against a similarly skilled player, well, I don't know. Let me know what you think.